Now that Reddit are killing third-party apps on July 1st, what are great alternatives to Reddit? MySpace. For context.
Time to go full circle. Without this app, I will actually stop using Reddit.
I was actually thinking about going back to chat rooms. Slack, Discord, heck IRC, why not?
Greater than heck IRC, why not? ASL?
Tom playing the long game.
I honestly didn't know there were any third-party apps and just used the Reddit app.
17, FCA.
Insert.
Literally, I'm not going online and signing up bro rather than just being on my phone. That the karma and pretentious snarks aren't worth it. Back to YouTube, mostly it's gonna be though.
Oh boy, was just thinking about the Dig days. Of course, the whole thing imploded when it turned out there was a bunch of super users publishing stuff, and then Dig removed the bury. That sort of thing wouldn't happen these days. Oh no.
There certainly aren't supermods on Reddit that mod hundreds of subs and bury things they don't like.
No one really uses the official Reddit app because it's terrible. Third-party apps are the only reason I use Reddit.
There's a big kerfuffle in the Apple ecosystem because apparently a very popular third-party app, Apollo, will be killed off due to the changes. Everyone is speculating that the charges are designed to off these apps. Certainly the proposed charges seem excessive for any small operation to absorb them. I think Reddit has enough users and network effect to make sure they don't go the way of Dig. I'd love to see the day when all these platforms are decentralized, but in reality few are accessible or easy to use.
The data needed to view the official app is ridiculous. I can through Jeeves a day easily, so never use it when not on Wi-Fi. Also the ads. They're getting worse, more frequent and shady quality. No doubt this will ramp up when there's no alternative.
Takeaway from this post. There's Reddit and there's temporary Reddit third party. There is no socializing anywhere else. The question was about alternatives to Reddit, but all anyone answers is why they're mad about alt apps being discontinued. Really wished there were actual options.
Mostly no ads disguised as posts, no bugs, no random recommendations from subs you don't care about, runs fast and smooth, a video player that actually works, etc. Basically Reddit in its most presentable state, a centralized forum, not a pseudo-social media with bloated features you didn't give two about.
I wonder what the actual numbers are for who uses which apps. Personally, I've tried multiple times to use the official app and just couldn't. It's a clunky orange mess full of ads and hard to follow threads. If it's the first one you try, maybe you could get used to it, but if you know what the other options offered, it's hard to change now. If RIF dies, I'll probably stop coming as much. It looks like they're setting up the death of two, and that really will be the end of me.
People here love to on things like Amazon, Walmart, and Netflix when it comes to business practices. This move by Reddit is directly cutting out any market competitors on the way the site is accessed and giving themselves a monopoly. Keep in mind, all they do is aggregate links from around the web that the users submit, and any OC generated here is again by the users via OC content and comments. The majority of their workforce is unpaid moderators that keep communities running. They've added premium account features, added sponsored ads that you can't interact with, and sell user data. They have the least overhead of any tech company and still want more, doing nothing to generate actual content themselves and making sure the only way you can interact with them is through their choosing. This goes against the free and open internet and net neutrality that they supposedly. If a fridge manufacturer said you can only put items in the fridge that you bought through rather than deal with a dozen replies. Yes, this isn't technically against net neutrality since Reddit isn't an ISP, nor is it technically a monopoly, but you understand the spirit of those terms in my argument, right? For a site that spoke out for a free and open internet, they aren't practicing what they preached. They're trying to lock out all competition about how you interface with the site. Reddit has absolutely done a 180 on its core values and beliefs from when it was started. All I'm the name of the Almighty.
I'm blind. Yes, blind people can use Reddit. New Reddit, old Reddit and the Reddit app have significant accessibility issues for users of assistive technology, rendering them effectively unusable for blind Redditors. It is only thanks to certain third-party apps being accessible that I am able to use Reddit. Unlike sighted people who can make a choice as to whether they will continue to use Reddit once the changes come into effect, blind Redditors have no choice. Killing third-party apps will blind users access to Reddit.
I've been using RIF is fun and found out random sub-recommendations or a thing like last week. I can kinda take ads, but my front page is heavily curated for a reason. Recommendations.
ITT. No one answering the question.
They're getting rid of Reddit is fun then? Yeah, I'm out to eat.
Because there really isn't a Reddit where you're gonna go 4chan?
Since nobody is posting actual answers. I'd not heard about it before today and I don't know how well it works yet, but it seems to just be a federated version of Reddit, like Mastodon is for Twitter.
Kinda. RIF doesn't want to go, but Reddit as a site is completely redoing their API in a certain way that will basically any and all third-party apps. They want to charge approximately $20 mil a year for Apollo. It's crazy how much they want to charge for API access. Our Apollo app.
Don't know. I know I still won't use their app. I barely look at Reddit when not near a computer. Due to their *inclusable ****open **** banner at the bottom of the webpage.
The ads are the point exactly of this move, sad face. If ever disappears, I'm leaving this site. The new format is unbearable.
I might get back into reading books after over a decade.
If Reddit is fun goes down, I'm out. If goes down, I'm out. Reddit's UIs are trash enough to drive me away.
I just want the return of old school style forums. I always liked those better than Reddit anyway because posts can stick around for years. Reddit's design makes discussion impossible after a day or two because of the sorting algorithms, while discussion forums would allow you to bump a thread to the top by commenting on it, even if the original thread was posted years ago. Within my super niche career, the Actuarial Outpost served that role for 20 years before being shut down in 2020. It used to be filled with long discussions on economics gradually updated with new data over the years, but the company running it shut it down. Reddit's Actuary is a crappy alternative now, and it'll be even worse once they force everyone to use the official app. I know some bulletin board discussion forums still exist, but they're well past their heyday now and usually tailored to one specific topic rather than general discussion. For instance, the PSN Profiles website has a discussion forum, but it's almost exclusively dedicated to earning PlayStation trophies. So if I want good discussion on some of my other interests, economics, baseball, cycling, I'm not going to find it there.
Reddit front page now looks as bad as Dig before it went under. The only thing keeping Reddit tolerable is Riff, on my phone. And setting it up on my PC to get rid of the cards.
Apollo isn't a competitor to Reddit per se. Without a constant stream of new content and interaction, Reddit dies. Third-party app users contribute as much, if not more, than the average user. I don't see ads, sure, but that wasn't some unfixable problem. Reddit could have had a cheaper, ad-enabled API.
I use the website, but I use classic mode because the new design is a clusterfuck. Like, if I'm reading a thread I don't want another post randomly interrupting that. It feels like they specifically designed the new UI to be as painful as possible if you use Bacon Reader on mobile, and if that breaks and I can't use the classic UI I will eventually stop coming here because it will be more frustration than it's worth.
Gotta say, it makes me sad, but come July 1st, I'm out. About 90% of my Redditing is done through Infinity on my respect that they gotta make money like anyone, but I just can't with ads anymore. Somewhere along the line, a switch got flipped in my head, and now I'm so bad about it I won't even listen to radio. I get annoyed by sponsor announcements on just can't take it anymore. I'm so sick of ads, I don't even care about Super Bowl commercials.
But don't you love seeing the same, you get us, ad pushed to your face over and over again?
Greater than somewhere along the line, a switch got flipped in my head, and now I'm so bad about it I won't even listen to radio. I get annoyed by sponsor announcements on when you pay for a commercial-free service like Spotify Premium then get commercials anyways because the podcasters decide they are gonna throw in ads and those ones are in a different category. Like I paid for no ads. Not a few think so many people would see this, but to clarify, I'm talking specifically about force-injected ads, their term not mine.